We have here our very first word. Our first word is reproduce. In that very first paragraph, it talks about reproduce. What does it mean to reproduce? What does it mean to reproduce? Aiden. Exactly. They make more of the same kind. That's very important. Here's my question for you, ladies and gentlemen. So let's first do this. Give me an example. Give me an example. You can use the one from the book, it doesn't matter. Give me an example. Jordan, a maple tree seed, what will it grow? Jordan. What will it grow? A maple tree seed will grow a, what kind? What will it grow? A maple tree seed, Jordan. Jordan. A maple tree seed will grow a what? A maple tree. Okay? Would you expect, ladies and gentlemen, on a tomato plant to find an orange? Absolutely not. You wouldn't. Because a plant, when it reproduces, this is very important, makes more of the same kind. So a maple tree is not going to make an oak tree. And an oak tree is not going to have tomatoes growing. Do you see? That's kind of silly. But that's what it means. To reproduce means that you make more of the same kind, not a different kind. So an oak tree is going to make an oak tree. A sunflower seed is going to reproduce and make a sunflower plant. Okay, all of those things. That's the same kind of thing. If your parents, the main idea of that paragraph, very important. Each seed carries what? Gretchen? Carries information from the parent. Okay, so here's my question. How many of you have parents? Great. How many of you have your mom's eye color? The same color eye as your mom? How many of you have the same color eyes as your dad? How many of you have the same color hair as one of your parents? How many of you have the same kind of eyes as one of your parents? The same shape as your parents? Wow, I wonder why that happens here as well. Just like we have parents. Okay? I take after my dad. I have his coloring. Right? I have the same kind of eyes as my dad. I'm built the same way as my dad and his family. Okay? The same thing happens with each plant. If I have a parent plant, if the parent plant has purple flowers, and we know that each seed carries information from the parent, what would you expect those seeds from the parent plant, when they grow into new offspring, what color flowers would they have? Why? Purple. Okay? So the parent plant has purple flowers. The seed from the parent will grow purple flowers too. can scatter as well. These seeds scatter. The seeds from the parent plant scatter either away from the plant or they get carried away. Right? Okay, so they go away. Either wind blows them away, those wonderful little we need to do is we need to define what it means to, what does it mean to pollinate? What does it mean to pollinate, Angel? Yeah, to carry pollen to another flower. All right, so give me some examples of things that would carry pollen to another flower. Megan Made? Yes. A bee. Anything else that you can think of? Eva? Wind. Anything else you can think of? Owen? Okay, how about your finger? All right. Anybody else think of any other way it can move? Megan? Fly? Anything else? Gretchen? So that would be wind. Yep. Zach? A fly. How about a hummingbird? Okay. So there's many different things and many different ways. What other parts did we talk about? Haley? Fruit. And what is the fruit? Does it stay in there? Do you know what the fruit is? What is it? It grows around the seed to protect it. Exactly. What else is there? What other parts of the flower do we know? What other parts are there that it talks about in here? And there's one big one. Mason? The seed. And what is the seed? And that grows into a new plant, right? There's one more big one there, guys. What's the last one? Madison? No? One more part of a flower. Think about it. What's the part you see all the time? Sophie? The petals. And Sophie, what do the petals do? It says right in there, what does the petals do? Exactly. Think about it, guys. If you have two plants and you're a bee, you have two plants. There's one that's kind of gray and wet looking, and then there's one over here that's the brightest, prettiest pink and yellow you've ever seen. Okay? And you know that they have food there. You're going to automatically go to the thing that's bright. That's what the animals do. You go to the we have the seed itself. Okay? Then it talks about something next. Backwards, the next thing it talks about. And what does that seed coat do, Zach? It covers the seed. Exactly. So it covers the seed. All right? And we know that the seed is what will grow into a new plant. Okay? So this grows into a new plant. All right, did it talk about any other things in that first sentence? Sophie, what else did it talk about? A seedling, exactly. And what does it tell us about the seedling? So, what does it tell us? See anything in there? They could have one or two seed leaves. Right. And what does it do? It uses food from the seed. Okay. All right. Questions about the germinate? What does it mean to germinate? Alex, what does it mean to germinate? Connor? Begin to grow. And what are the three things that are very important for seeds to begin to germinate? There are three things that they need. Three things needed to germinate. What are they? First one is what? Eva? Right amount of water. What's the next one? Back. Right temperature. And the third one. What's that last one like? They need air. Okay? So they need those three things in order for them to germinate. If they don't have one of those, after it germinates, it starts to grow how? It grows what? Out of where? What's it say, Connor? No, it grows out of the soil, remember? When it gets big enough, then it grows leaves. And what happens when it grows leaves? What's that next step? It grows leaves, and Angel, what happens? Exactly. The leaves use the sunlight to make sugar. And then what happens? What happens next? Haley? All right. It uses the sugar for food. And then what comes next? Gretchen? It grows into an adult. Flowers. And then Jordan, what happens next? Right. So the cycle starts again, right? All right. So there we have it. Right? There are what? Two types, right? Mason, give me one type. No, two types. Megan Breckland gives me one type. Small pollen cone. And what's the second type, Madison Cole? No. Gretchen? A large seed cone. Okay? So what's the process of this one? Okay, first what happens? First the pollen floats to the large seed cone, right? So pollen floats to the large seed cone. What happens next? What happens next? What does it say in there? Sophie? What does the seed do? Not the seed, the pollen sticks. It goes to the seed cone and it sticks there, and then a seed begins to grow, right? What happens next? Once that seed begins to grow, guys, what happens next? Yeah. Yep, when it grows, a seed grows under each scale. It grows under each scale. And then floats to the ground. Make a new plant. When conditions are right.